We're live. Hey everyone, Erica here of thefeelgoodshift.com. Ha, trying on the red lipstick. Hope you all like it. I do. Um, Definitely, wow. Today is about the shit hitting the fan, because there's no other way of saying it. And what happens when you are sitting in a place where you are ready for the next level and it feels like everything is crumbling down? I have to warn you, it's going to happen. Like, there's no way that you can move up to the next level without the current level that you're in breaking down. It's like stepping out of your chrysalis as a butterfly so that you can actually expand and thrive and fly and be what you are meant to be. So, a lot of what happens is you have to sit there and sit in it and sit with it, because as you're bringing in bigger things into your life, you have to grow and you have to expand, and it'll feel like everything that you worked for is just falling to pieces, and it'll feel like everything that you have worked so hard for has been meaningless, or you're feeling meaningless at that point at that moment. And it's really important to ground into why you're stepping into your path in the first place. I often find that if I'm not grounded in that why, everything will feel like a big deal. If I'm not grounded in my big reason for doing anything, everything will feel like any small challenge is going to feel insurmountable. It's going to feel like there's no way that I can do this. I'm just going to retreat and do nothing. I just got off a call with a brand new client. We just got off our discovery call and she was just yes all over. And it's so beautiful when I'm with people who are saying yes to themselves daily, because it changes everything. And if you know you've been in a place where everything feels like you're still in square one, no matter what you've tried, I invite you to have a conversation with me, because being in square one, it just goes into a completely different conversation. But it just feels like you're not making progress. You're just kind of like keep one step forward, two steps back, two steps forward, three steps back. And it never feels like you're making any traction or really getting anywhere, because you're spinning your own tail and you're chasing yourself and not really making progress, which is okay. What I would like to challenge you to do is sit with the reasons why things haven't worked out, because it's really easy to blame external circumstances. And what I have experienced myself is just going into this defeat of there's no point of doing this. No one is going to do this. No one's going to listen to me. No one's going to really invest in me. No one's going to understand the value that I offer, blah, blah, blah. And you go into these ridiculous stories. And then you end up not doing anything and not taking action and being frustrated, because that dream inside of you still wants to come out, still wants to come through, still wants to have a voice, still wants to help people who are in need of what you're offering. So you're sitting there, you're stuck. You have hired the coaches, you have invested in your business, you have done all these things and nothing is happening. Have a conversation with me, because chances are that we can move forward. And I know I promised you yesterday a video on energy healing versus coaching, and I'm still going to do that very likely tomorrow. But the whole point is, when you are working with a coach, they are so beautifully helping you in what you're able to access and what you're able to tap into and what you're able to come to into. You can't access everything. If you have some old stuff that's coming through from your family of lineage, if you're working with some stuff that it's so deeply embedded that logically you can't access this because your subconscious is protecting you from it, there's no way. There, you can't get past it. I have been there. I tried everything. I invested in high level coaching. I did so much work and tried to get my business off the ground. and there was nothing. I was getting frustrated, tears in my eyes as I was seeing these women who were just as magnetic and empowered as I was, making leaps that I couldn't even get on the trampoline, and they're like jumping 10 miles ahead of me. And the frustration and the feeling like there's no point. I'm doing everything that they're doing and this just isn't working for me. I had to really take a good look at myself. The one positive thing that I am so grateful for is that it forced me to step into that place within me that needed the attention. And the shit hit the fan. Because when you are that committed to changing your life will change. And sometimes way faster than you're ready for. And sometimes it'll feel like I can't manage all the changes that are happening at once. I don't know how to manage my energy. I don't know what needs more attention right now. I don't know what is the number one thing that I need to focus on at this moment. You just go into this spin, and it's so hard to get out of by yourself. Shit hits the fan can be an awesome thing because it signals that something is shifting, something is changing. And I always tell my clients, like, some people are perfectly okay receiving energy healing and they just move on perfectly fine and nothing happens. Some other people, like, knocked out for like 3 days as if they were home with a flu. Other people, physically, they feel amazing, but their relationships might fall apart because that's what's no longer serving them. And now the frequency that they're starting to embrace and embody doesn't match that relationship. And it's like, can you let those things go? How smoothly and gracefully can you let those things go? It's hard. That's why you need someone supporting you. Coaches need coaches. Coaches need healers. Coaches need people who are creating a framework of stability, and like, we're not going to let you fall. We're going to make sure that you have everything that you need so that you can bring this big vision and this big purpose into the world, because it's so necessary right now. So as you're sitting there and you're trying to figure out what in the world happened, why things aren't working, why you've done all the work that you were supposed to do, and you've done all your homework and all these other things, and it's still not coming together. It's time. It's time to take a good look as to why you're not making the progress that you want to make, why you're not stepping into your power, why you're not doing the things that you want to do. Like, what's the reason behind it? And ask the big questions, because as things start falling apart, the bigger the intention, the bigger the mission, the bigger the thing that you're going to do here, the more that is going to feel like the current world that you have has to break down. And it can be smooth or it can be a rough ride. So just empowering you, just really letting you know that this entrepreneurial journey and this life journey in general, the more unapologetic that you become about the things that you want in your life, the more you're gonna have to deal with the crap that's going to show up. Because in order for you to embody that big energy, the little you has to fall down, has to fall out, has to break down and transmute into the new you. And in that process, it may feel chaotic, it may feel a little crazy, it may feel like you've lost your mind. It's okay. Let it feel that way. Let it feel unstable. Let it feel like you don't have a grounding. There's messages and lessons in that confusion. I can tell you right now, and some of you know my story, but I went through some really rough times of, I am not giving up on this, and none of this makes sense right now, but I know what's meant for me. And having to find strength in me that I didn't know I had, having to believe in miracles I didn't know were going to come true. I had to like get so deep into it. And I want to let you know that it always gets better, and it's always worth the while. It might feel confusing. It might feel like you don't know how you're going to get through it. You always get through it. You always get through it. You always get through it. I get really excited about this because whenever I hear someone that is hitting those blocks and they keep going, it's such a beautiful testament to that spirit that is really in them that won't let them quit. And I want that for you. So if you're feeling right now like you don't know where you're going, you don't know which direction to go, everything just feels overwhelming and confusing, get on the phone with me. Like, let's have that conversation. Let's iron it out. Let's figure out where the block is and, figure out a way to get you past all that, because it's going to be so important to give you the proper support so that you're not holding yourself back any longer. The ego is very skilled. The ego will tell you all kinds of stories, and it knows you better than anyone. So it's going to come up with a story that makes the most sense to you, that feels like the most authentic excuse to not do something. And if you're not looking out for it, it'll trick you into believing that you are small and that there is no point, that no one will listen to you, and that you might as well just stay where you are, where it's safe and comfortable, and that there's nothing else to it. Challenge the ego, challenge the fear, challenge the sadness, challenge whatever worry is showing up. Challenge all those low vibrational feelings and tap into your power, tap into your greatness. Know that there's nothing that you can't do. And I know it's easy sometimes to speak of it from this perspective now, but when I was in the trenches, it just felt like I would cry every day. I would hide. I didn't want to get out of bed. I kept pulling the blankets over my head. I kept like trying to pretend that I didn't have things to do, that I didn't have things to take care of, that somehow, like clients were going to find me without me putting myself out there, that somehow things were just going to fall into place. And I had to wake up and realize that I had this deep fear of being seen and of bringing this message to the masses the way that I'm doing now and the way that I've been doing for the past couple of years. And really grateful for these new platforms and these videos that, make it so much easier to get on these quick messages and really let you know what's truly going on and how this looks from a real perspective. And you're going to see a lot of people tell you, oh, it's so easy to have, 5, 10, and whatever, 50K months and blah, blah, blah. But what happens behind the scenes, it's no joke. And as I'm up leveling and I'm getting ready for, my 6-figure business, it's so challenging. And I'm so happy to have the support that I have. And I'm so happy that everything is working out the way that it's working out, because everything that I have done has been in preparation. And there are times where I'm blindsided and something comes out of nowhere and I'm like, oh, I was not prepared for that. But because I'm so grounded in my purpose and I'm so grounded into my reasoning, it doesn't shake me. It's like that saying, when your roots are deep, the wind doesn't matter. It's like I'm so grounded in who I am and what I'm here to do that even when things get challenging, it doesn't feel like the end of the world. It feels like, okay, here's another challenge. How can I get past this? And you become so solution minded rather than playing victim and rather than, playing small. So my invitation to you today is to let it hit the fan, let things feel crappy, let things feel off and scary, and then find that thing in you that is bold and courageous and go in there and pull that amazing spirit out and know that you can overcome anything. Also, I've created this brand new group on Facebook where I'll be posting a lot of free stuff, and I'll be doing coaching and healing there, absolutely free of charge. All you have to do is join the group. It's called Manifesting Powerhouses. And I'm going to post the link with the replay. Right below this video is going to be the link to it. If you're feeling called to join. I'm going to be there delivering tons of content. And I just want to make sure that whoever's in there gets a lot, because I'm feeling so generous right now, and I really think it's a time where a lot of us need support and a lot of us need to understand that it's a vibrational game that we're playing right now. And I've posted this before, where this isn't, the mind is not going to get us out. It's really leading with our hearts and with our faith and our belief that we are the great beings that we are these spiritual powerhouses that can really fully create the life of our dreams. Okay. I think that's it for now. I'll post a link to the group below. If you have questions about anything, if you're going through this rough time and you're really wanting some answers and really wanting to figure out how to get yourself out, get on the phone with me, feelgoodshift.com, free energy healing. So bit.ly.com/free energy reading. I'll post that below as well. So lots of love to you. Thank you so much for taking the time out to be here with me. Sending you all tons and tons and tons of love and many, many blessings. Okay, Erica of thefeelgoodshift.com signing off. Ciao for now.